I still got it. I still got it. Fuck. You know, I've been like trying to catch up on all my old videos that I have because I'm gonna need some of them. But I have to go through everything, so it's taking a while. But I think I can manage to get another chapter out today. Try to keep up, you know, like not be too long between postings. But I was saying I still got, because I've been watching all these old videos, right? Right now I'm at the end of 2019, but it's just reminding me of like how many fucking guys I had to, you know, fucking constantly tell them I was married happily, and you know, I mean, seriously, like, I'm telling story, like, in these videos, which I was sending most of them to my friend at the time. We're not friends anymore, but we were, you know, communicating that way. And I would tell her, like, oh, you know, some guy, like, a guy that I wouldn't even, like, think I would be his type. He was really tall, like, dressed really nice, and he came into the store and was, like, staring at me. And then he said, wow, you're just so attractive. Thanks. He's like, sorry, I was just like overwhelmed with attraction. Like, I forgot about that. You know, I forgot about this 18-year-old who was like, I mean, he was bad. I remember his brother, who was older, I don't think he liked it. Like, because I'm obviously old enough to be that kid's mother. But he was hot on me. And, I mean, that goes to show you. Guys will have sex with women who are old enough to be their mother. It happens all the time. It is nothing new, people. Nothing new. I'm telling you, I could have had that kid. But, you know, I didn't do any of that. I didn't do that. In fact, I shut them down. I was like, I'm married. I'm happily married. But it just happened a lot. And I mean, I looked good, you know, better than I do now, but whatever. But just now in the store, I was getting hit on. So I must still have some attraction and ability to attract the opposite sex, right? I must. Okay. All right. So last time in my story, me and Brian were living with that woman who was accusing me constantly of shit that I wasn't doing. You know, it was just her mental cracks were really showing. We had the twins now, and we really wanted to get out of there, but we're having a hard time finding any place. You know, I was being discriminated against because of the kids, and just, it was really difficult, but I was trying. Well, one day, I think the kids were about 6 months old. I really want to say, okay, at that time, Brian had started putting French fries in oil for Brody, and he was eating that. And I don't know, he must have started it and left the pan on the stove. Well, she had a lot of oil built up, like above it and stuff, and papers and stuff. And somehow, which they told us after, that in the air, it can catch fire from like I don't know how, but it caught fire. And I'm feeding the twins in the living room, and I hear this alarm going off. And at first I have no idea what it was. And I'm like, what is that? Then I look over and I see in the kitchen flames. And I'm realizing we're on fire. So I scream to Brian. I'm like, Brian, fire, fire. And it was a big fire. I grabbed a twin in each arm. I went to get Brody. I thought he was following behind me, but he got scared when he saw the fire, and so he turned around and went back to his room, which I didn't know. I'm on the porch with the twins. Brian's trying to put out the fire, And then I yelled in, Brody is in there. So he had to bring Brody out. The woman who lived there wasn't there. She was working out of state. So it was just me, Brian, and the kids. And it was a crazy night. We couldn't stay there that night. I think did we go to my mother's? I'm not sure. But it wasn't easy to stay at my mother's. She's, how can I say this? She's very particular about things, and she worries about every little thing. You can't go in the fridge. Don't even bother entering the kitchen. She doesn't allow anyone to go in her fridge or, touch the food. So she ends up waiting on everybody, shit like that. She won't even let me take her dog out, just shit. So through the insurance company, we ended up being able to stay at a hotel. And the woman came home. We had 2 adjoining hotel rooms. She had one side and I had the other with the babies and me and Brian all in one room. I don't even know how long we were there for. Let's see. Can't remember when the fire happened. Might have been September. So probably about 3 months we were in that hotel room. Yeah, trying to find a place. But the fire was a really happy accident for her, for the owner of the house, because she had been wanting to redo the house, like, since I was there. She had been talking about it. And with this insurance money, she was actually going to be able to do that. So really, for her, it kind of was a windfall. And we got some money too from some of our property that was damaged by smoke and fire. And with that money, we were trying to find a place. So through Uncle Henry's, I don't remember if it was her or Brian who found it, but we found this place. Again, an hour away from everyone we knew and everywhere we knew. But it was, what do you call that? Oh my God. Owner finance. So no bank, involved. We would just directly pay the owner, and, he had a lawyer, all the papers and everything. We got we got a mortgage, but it wasn't, we didn't include the bank. We took that money, all of it that we had, and put a down payment on this. And we really kind of didn't have anything, like really not any furniture or anything, because the fire had destroyed everything we did have, and we really didn't have much anyways. So my mother created a GoFund for us because we really needed a lot of things at that time. And it was so disappointing how many people gave help, especially with the big family that I have and all Brian's friends and everything. Like, nobody cared. I mean, seriously, I found this article about how a college kid got like thousands of dollars for beer. He created a GoFundMe for his beer funding, and everybody gave. But for a family with 3 small children and in need of a lot of shit, we weren't, I think only 4 or 5 people, I think 4 people donated. And it wasn't, it wasn't a lot of money at all. And I remember like some family members basically telling me, because of my past with addiction, they weren't willing to offer me cash. Like I wasn't to be trusted with cash. That really irked me. Bad. Really bad. First of all, I wasn't using at the time. So why they thought I would just suddenly have money and go get drugs. I didn't even know who I could get drugs from at the time, and I had no desire to do that. I was in need, and my children were in need of help. You know, someone said, you got food, diapers, and toys, and no, I think someone gave me, what was it? Diapers and a couple of things. But I'm like, so fucking what? I need furniture. We need beds. We need a couch, you know? Just fucking nasty. And just uncalled for. Like, wow. So if someone has, you know, has a history of addiction, they no longer can receive help in the form of cash. Just can't be trusted, those drug addicts. You know, it really kind of was really mean. In fact, something one of my family members was saying to me, I was in the grocery store and reading what she had written to me. It was so fucking hurtful and just mean and wrong. Like, I couldn't believe what she was saying to me. It was shocking me, and it was hurting me. And honestly, I don't think I've spoken with that person since. And you know, it wasn't too surprising to me. This person, I feel like has been really judgmental and hypocrite for a long time. And it's easy to talk from way up on your fucking high horse, isn't it? I could say more, but I don't need to. I don't need to. You know, why would I continue having that kind of bullshit in my life? I don't need it. I don't care who you are. I don't need it. And I don't deserve it, and I'm not gonna take it. But anyways, you know, that was disappointing, but whatever. Eventually we would, you know, get shit. And now we're overcrowded, but that's because Brian is a hoarder. I mean, he will find boards and then like nail them to the walls, on the ceilings, till he's ready to use it. And we just got piles of junk, and it's been a bone of contention with us for years. I hate it. I'm OCD and diagnosed, and it's miserable for me in there. Still, to this day. And we have no storage. Shit, I could just, oh, fuck. Shit, hold on. Oh, shit.